completely shattered my self-esteem.
One thing that I was good at was turning a quarter into a dollar.
In 2014, she was Google's most searched celebrity in India for the third year running.
It made me so self-conscious.
We got a lot of hate mail saying a disgrace to our culture, disgrace to our religion.
Because everybody thinks that you have to look so perfect. I have one more question that gets asked very frequently, and I'm going to read it to you. It is, what is the best decision you have ever made in your life? And what is the worst decision you have ever made in your life? Well, you know, I see this question as not one I love to answer, by the way, because there's two versions of this. Are we talking about professionally or are we talking about personal? So I guess I'll just give you all of it. The best decision that I ever made professionally was coming here to India. And I'm so happy that I'm here. It is literally the best decision. My entire life has changed in so many different ways. I love my life. I love my work. I have got to expand in so many different businesses and everything that I don't think I would have had that opportunity in America, or the know-how, or knowing the right people. So I think that was probably the best decision on a professional level that I could have made. On a personal level, the best decision that I made was actually saying yes to marry Daniel. It's so easy. He's my life partner and I love it, and we definitely have had an amazing ride together so far, and hopefully it gets to stay that way for a long time. All right, my worst decision professionally that I've ever made, I think the worst decision would fall under, I wish I would have been a lot more social. I wish I would have gone out more in the beginning of my career, but I was just so new and didn't know anybody, and it's not like I was getting an invite to a party. The worst decision personally, when my mother passed away, I was working, and I was going to be coming home that day anyways, and what happened was I just wish I would have not taken so long to come home. I wish I would have just dropped everything and came home. And something that happens, I believe, in a lot of Indian families is your mother or father don't always tell you the extent of how bad things are because they don't want you to worry. Well, my advice to those parents is please be honest with your children and tell them exactly what's going on. If I would have known the extent of how bad she was at that moment, I would have dropped everything and come home. But, you know, they never explained that, and he never explained that. And she wasn't really talking so much. She was at home on hospice. So I wish that I would have dropped everything. I wish I had that intuition to just drop everything and come home. And then when I came home, I had about an hour with her, and she was in a lot of pain. It was really, really shitty. And, you know, gave her last dose of medicine that, you know, the nurse was there. She said, this is what you got to give her. And then, you know, she wasn't in any pain anymore. And then her heart stopped. So that was probably the worst personal decision. But there was no way that I would know that she wasn't going to be alive anymore. So there are the questions. I hope that you got a good answer. I hope you got insight of my life and how I think and how I function. So see you next time.